everyone, it's Stephanie here, and I just wanted to share a quick video showing how I created the wedding invitation that I made with the October Simon Says stamp card kit. So what I did is I started with this card base here that I picked up at a paper craft store a while ago, and it's a trifold card that I'll show you in a minute there. But to keep it closed, first of all, I created this band that goes around the card. So I just used one of the cardstocks from the kit and measured to how big I needed it to fit over top of the invitation, and then I just put score lines in this and folded it and adhered it on the back so that it creates a band. And then I just did some simple decorating to the front with some of the papers from the paper pad. I stamped Forever and with black memento ink, and then I also added the Always wood exclusive piece that comes in the kit. Now I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend something this bulky if you were going to create these invitations for an actual wedding, but what you could do is take a die cut that has this word, or however you wanted to do it, and die cut it a couple of times out of cardstock and then just layer it, and then it would still give a little bit of texture, but it wouldn't be as bulky as this for the mail. So anyway, that is the band that I created to slide over top of the invitation. And then for the actual invitation, this folds open and then folds open once more, and this is the inside. So this right here is a pocket, and like I said, I bought this already folded and made into a pocket like this. I do know that you can get a die for, I think, the AccuCut machine that can cut this type of pocket invitation style, or you can probably pick them up at paper craft stores or stationery stores or anything like that. So what I did is for the pocket piece here, I lined this with one of the papers that comes in the paper pad, the same one that I used on here so it would match. And then I inserted just a plain envelope. Normally, if this was a real invitation, this would be addressed with a stamp on it. And then I just put that right into the pocket. And then this is the reply card. And for this, I just did some stamping on some Neenah cardstock and layered that onto a piece of the same cardstock that I used for the band. And then layered that with printed vellum. This vellum here is 40-pound vellum that comes from Whirlwind Papers, and it's a specialty vellum because one of the sides of the vellum is coated so that it can be run through a printer and not smear. So this is just normal printed with a printer. Takes about half a minute to dry, and then you can rub it like crazy and it won't smear off. So it's really great if you want to incorporate vellum into a card or an invitation or anything like that and have printing or stamping on it. And because it's so thick, it really mutes down the stamping on the paper because the ink is actually a lot darker than you would think, which I'll show you on the invitation in a minute. And also because it's so thick, it has normal adhesive on the back of it, just a normal tape runner, in lots of different spots on this, and you can't even see it because the vellum just completely masks it. So that's really great because vellum can be tricky when you're trying to adhere it. So this is the response card. So that just slides right into that pocket. And then this is obviously the actual invitation, which is completely fake, and there is no Sue Smith or John Jones getting married that I'm aware of. But I wanted to be able to show you it completed, so I decided to just go ahead and do a mock invitation. And what I did to do this part here was I adhered this cardstock piece, which is also the same color that I've been using throughout the rest of the invitation. And then I did the same stamping on another piece of Neenah and did the same and printed the invitation portion onto that same vellum. But instead of adhering the vellum directly to the pattern paper that we created with the stamping, I punched some holes in the top of the vellum and the pattern paper, and I pulled this ribbon through that comes in the kit and just knotted it right at the top just to give it a nice elegant look. And then the vellum piece is actually not even adhered, so it lifts right up. So it gives it a nice elegant feel for that the vellum can move freely around in that invitation. And as you can see when I lifted it, the stamp, how dark that stamping actually is. So the vellum covers it beautifully, but lets it come through just enough. So anyway, that is a wedding invitation that I've created. Super easy, took no time at all. So if you have the supplies all set and ready to go, this would take you no time to create if this is something that you would actually want to do for a real wedding invitation. So, and then you just kind of fold that down there, fold it closed, just like that, and then this band slides perfectly back on. and you're all set. You just need to put this on an envelope and off it can go to the mail. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial on making a wedding invitation, and I'll see you next time. Bye!